welcome to my YouTube channel.
10:30 no later than drop them drawers. I know what you want. I ask myself, is this shit real? I contemplate about how I feel.
Guys, that feels so weird saying. I've literally been dreaming my whole life to make a YouTube channel, and I finally got the confidence to start one. So I'm gonna start this video with a Q&A, get to know me. I got most of these questions on my TikTok lives, but some of these questions are like random, or like I got them from other people's get to know me videos. I didn't make like a thing on Instagram to ask me questions because it was a last minute idea to do this YouTube video, but I'm happy I did so. So I'm gonna start with the questions. So my full name is Julia Lucy Farrow. I always get made fun of for my last name. I'm 20 years old. My birthday is April 6, 2003, which makes me an Aries. Guys, if you know me, I'm literally like, I do not act like an Aries at all. Like, I act like my personality is so different from an Aries. Like, Aries are supposed to be like independent, like straight up. Girl, if you know me, I'm the complete opposite of independent. And I literally am not straight up. I'm a people pleaser. And yeah, that's just literally my personality. So now the third point is personality. So as I said, I'm a big people pleaser, which is one bad thing about me. I'm a perfectionist, which I'm super worried about to start YouTube, as I mentioned on my TikTok, because I'm the type of person who, if something is not perfect, I will literally spend the whole day or 2 days trying to fix whatever I find is not perfect, and literally not eat, barely sleep, just to fix whatever's perfect. So that's my one worry about starting a YouTube channel, about like editing and stuff like that. But I've already edited videos in the past, I just never posted them. So the fourth point is religion. So I'm Christian. I really, like, growing up, I grew up Catholic. I grew up in a household that was pretty much religious, but we went to church like once a month around. But now, like, I've really been starting to read the Bible, get closer to God. It was one of my goals, like, throughout 2023, to really get closer to God and put God first. And it's really hard in our generation and our society to be a person who really follows the Bible and like gets most of her values from religion. And I feel like that's what makes me different from a lot of people in like our generation and our society, which leads me to say that my friends are like, I'm so happy to have the friend group I have, because all my friends, like, we all have similar values. And honestly, it's super hard to find friends like I have in my generation. But all of that to say, I am Christian, and I'm really starting to get closer to the religion, and that's about it. So the next point is where I'm from and my nationality. By the way, I'm reading it from my computer. So where I'm from, so I was born in Canada, but both my parents are Italian. They were also born in Canada though. But I really want to move out of Canada in the future, that's for sure. I really want to move somewhere where like working isn't like a priority. And I feel like in Canada, like, it's more work, 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 and that's just not me as a person. Like, I prioritize family, friends. Like, I feel like that's more important than work. Guys, I'm rambling so much, but the next point is who motivates me. So honestly, if I think about who motivates me, I think it's honestly my boyfriend. Like, I've been with my boyfriend 5 years, and he's the one who honestly motivated me to start my YouTube, who motivates me to stay on my social media content, continue posting, because he knows that like it's one thing that I've always wanted to do. And I'm the type of person who literally ever since I was younger, I've been wanting to be famous. I've been wanting to be an influencer. I've been wanting to be a content creator. And from a young age, I got a big following on TikTok. But I honestly didn't stay consistent with that. So that's why I'm trying to get back into it, start posting more consistently. And I feel like because I go to school, I work pretty much full time. So I never get the chance to be consistent. But that's one of my goals again in 2023, to start posting a lot on YouTube and to start posting more on my socials. So my next point is, how did you meet your boyfriend of 5 years? So I always get this question on TikTok lives. I met my boyfriend at 15 years old, either 14 or 15. But we met in a mall, and everybody asked me, they're like, how did you stay in a relationship for 5 years? Like, that's super hard. And honestly, me and my boyfriend, we met at a super young age. Now I'm 20. He's 22, so we matured a lot. Like, I will not sit here and act like our relationship has been perfect. Like, not at all. Yes, relationships are hard, but once you put in the work and honestly have really good communication, like, honestly, it's gonna pay off, because I see how hard it is in this generation to find good people, a good person to actually spend your life with. And honestly, I'm so thankful that God gave me a good guy, like a good person to honestly spend the rest of my life with. But guys, why am I so cringe? Anyways, so let's move on to the next point. What are your thoughts on marriage and kids? So if you know me, you know that it's my biggest goal in life to have kids. I personally want 4 kids. My boyfriend wants 3. But I want to get married. Like, I want to have a good family. You know, like, I want our family to be centered on God. I want to teach my kids the Bible literally from a young age. Especially in our generation, it's super important to teach good values and bring religion in your kids' life. No matter what religion, like, it's super important to make your kids have those values from a young age. And yeah, so I want 4 kids. And honestly, I always tell my friends, like, I honestly want to be a housewife. Like, I do not want to work a normal job. Like, and I always get made fun of for that, because in our generation, it's nearly impossible to not work. But I'm praying that one day I'm gonna be able to, you know, raise my kids, like, at home, be with them. And I know that's kind of like unheard of in our generation, but that's honestly my goal, because I'm an only child and I come from like a small family. So I don't want my kids to suffer what I suffered growing up, like being alone. Honestly, it's one of like the saddest things is being alone in my case, because I know a lot of people who are only children, and honestly they didn't mind as much as, you know, as much as it affected me, because it did affect me a lot growing up, not having siblings. Because growing up, I was like, I saw all my friends with siblings, all my friends were going out with their siblings, having fun with their siblings, so I always felt alone. And also, like, I had trouble making friends and keeping friends growing up because of that. Like, I never gained those social skills as people do with their siblings. So that's it for my view on marriage and kids. I feel like it's super, super important to have a good marriage. And honestly, I'm the type of person who thinks that your relationship with your husband or your significant other is so important. And I feel like it's more important than, you know, like, the relationship with your kids. Obviously, the relationship with your kids is important, but the relationship with your significant other, if it's a good relationship, your kids will benefit so much from that. And that's another problem I see in society, is that I see a lot of couples and relationships, I see them prioritize their kids way more than their significant other, and that's also what leads to a lot of problems. So those are my thoughts on marriage and kids. So my next question is my biggest fear. So I kind of hinted at it throughout this video, but my biggest fear is honestly working a 9 to 5. Like, I work now and I see that working is just not for me. I am the type of person I don't mind working, but I want to work and I want it to benefit me. I want to do something like content creating or, YouTube, something that is gonna, benefit me and not benefit other people. And I've honestly had that way of thinking ever since ever since a few years ago. Like I have conversations with a lot of people, and other people, they don't mind working for others, they don't mind working as a teacher or working, I don't know, at a normal office job. But me personally, it's just something that I know deep down is not for me. And I really my main goal right now is to do content creating, and I really want to be, again, a content creator. So yeah. And then my next question is dream job, current job. So my dream job, as I just said, is to be a content creator. Currently I work at a daycare and I'm in university to be an elementary teacher. I also wanted to be an elementary teacher growing up, but I just kind of drifted away from that. And obviously I love kids, I work at a daycare. I love the kids, I love teaching them little things here and there, but I personally don't feel like I can go to the same job every single day and do the same task every single day. I just feel like it's honestly gonna lead me to a life that I really don't want, and a life that is just gonna be very sad for me, because I'm a person who's very flexible. I like doing a lot of things. I I don't like to do the same task every single day. The next point is how I get over traumatizing things. Why is this such a sad one? I got this question on a TikTok live. So how I get over traumatizing things. So growing up, I went through a lot. As a child, I did go through a lot, and I'm not going to go into detail, but because I went through a lot at a young age and I was forced to deal with everything alone, because as I said, I'm an only child, I just gained that strength over time. And I never had anybody growing up to run to. I never had anybody to, just vent to or, talk to. So I learned how to deal with it myself. And I feel like to this day, I have a lot of issues with expressing emotions. And that's an issue that's gonna follow me throughout my life. And, some days I'm really, really sad. And I feel like how I get over traumatizing things is being on my own. And that's honestly from my childhood, because when I was younger, I used to go through a lot of trauma, a lot of, things that a child should not go through. And I used to deal with it on my own. And I feel like that even today, when I go through something, when I go through a sad event, or I get into a fight with one of my friends or my boyfriend, etc., I need my space. I need to really think about my thoughts and just think about, how I'm gonna deal with this, or else I'm gonna get super overwhelmed. But yeah, that's how I get over traumatizing things. Next question, which is the last question actually. So my favorite place to visit. So I recently visited Dominican Republic. I absolutely loved it. I went to the resort Rio Republic. I really enjoyed my time there. I stayed 7 days, but I truly wish I stayed 10 days. I honestly feel like it wasn't enough. I came back around 1 to 2 weeks ago. But I really want to travel a lot in the future. I want to bring my kids to all the countries. I visited Cuba. I went to the United States. I went to Dominican Republic. I went to Honduras because my boyfriend is Honduran. But yeah, so I think those are all and I went to Italy. But I really want to travel to other continents. My dream place to travel to is the Maldives. I don't know if I'm saying it properly. but that's my dream place to go to. I always really wanted to go there. Another dream place, I want to go to Hawaii. But yeah, I'm a person who loves traveling. Like, being in the airport is honestly my happy place. Like, I could be in the airport literally like 24/7. Like, I love being at the airport. It's just my happy place. But that's it for the questions that I was asked. I'm really looking forward to posting more videos. I'm going to New York City in a few weeks, so I will post New York City diaries. I'm going to post like a lot of content when I go to New York City. I'm going to, post a lot on TikTok, YouTube. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. That would really help. And like this video if you want to see more videos like this. And yeah, bye guys. Thank you for watching my video.
I contemplate about how I feel.